Chair.
I call Ross Robertson.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I stand here on behalf of the senior citizens of this country in looking at this bill. And what I'm concerned about, more than anything else, Mr. Chairman, is the impact that this may well have and will have on senior citizens. Mr. Chairman, I frequently, in the course of my role here in Parliament, visit frequently grey power groups around the country. Grey power groups around the country. And one of the things that they're concerned about, the provisions of this bill, is the impact on young families. Young families, Mr. Chairman. Because, talk to them, Mr. Chairman, and many of them, of course, because of the state of this economy, because there's huge and high unemployment, many of them find that their own families are out of work. And this is not about providing a safety net. This is not about providing a pathway. There's no plan for this government to look after those the most vulnerable in our society. And while, Mr. Chairman, we support some provisions of this bill, such as increasing benefit abatement income thresholds and the annual CPI adjustment of certain benefits, we are fundamentally opposed to the provisions on work testing and the discriminatory nature of this bill. Because this bill, Mr. Chairman, is nothing more than an attack on beneficiaries. Where are the jobs? Where are the jobs? Talk to anybody, Mr. Chairman, over the age of 55 who doesn't have a job. And they'll tell you just how difficult it is to get one. Get laid off at 55, you're on the dole for the rest of your life, an unemployment benefit, because it's just so difficult. And what we have here is a government who are playing pure politics with the most vulnerable in our society. Those who have families, those who haven't got work, and what this does is to try and pander to the populace electoral vote. And it's not good enough, Mr. Chairman, it's not good enough at all. And one of the things, Mr. Chairman, that concerns me greatly is that in reading this, I saw something from the Presbyterian Support of New Zealand. And let me quote this, Mr. Chairman, because it goes right to the heart of the matter. We find it unconscionable that any government in New Zealand would propose measures that will inevitably increase poverty and hardship for some of the poorest children in this country, and further penalise those in the most unfortunate of life circumstances. Mr. Chairman, our senior citizens struggle now with ACC cuts, increases in GST, and many of them today bring up their grandchildren. They bring up their grandchildren, and at the same time, I'm not dreaming about many of grandparents bringing up their grandchildren, because there are many families out there that suffer. And in those cases, it's often the grandparents that end up looking after the children. And what we have here is a bill that is so discriminatory that will actually penalise grandparents as well. The Minister says it won't.
It will.
Well, Mr. Minister, I would like you to take a call and actually tell us on this side of the House how it won't actually penalise them. Because grandparents have come to see me in my office. They're concerned about some of the provisions of this bill. Some of them, of course, are over the ages of 55, and they may well be work tested. They may well be work tested. Where is someone over the age of 55, even 60, to get a job? Because there seems to be a preoccupation with youth in this country without looking at the concerns of older New Zealanders. And what that is an unfair way to look at the senior citizens and the contribution that they've made to this country. In fact, it's discrimination. It's discrimination, and it's an insidious form of discrimination in the way that older people are treated. So, Mr. Chairman, I'm asking the Minister to take a call to give me an indication and to give this side of the House an indication that a senior person, say over the age of 55, who's asked to bring up their grandchildren, is not going to be penalised, and that they'll be able to continue to care for those children. Because all of us in here know that a family is an important unit of society. And one of the greatest jobs that a mother can do is to bring up her children. What does the Catholic Church say? Give me a child to the age of 7 and I'll give you the person for life.
I call Katrina Shanks.